Friends, let's talk about what's going on here with this company, with this stock, and what potentially could be happening, and more than likely what is going to happen before we see any more good news around the corner with this stock. So first things first, the stock has already had a reverse split in its past, so there's probably some people bag holding here, not wanting to be, but they are. Right now, the company, the general sense, the news of it is completely different than it even was 30 days ago. Right now, it's just being ripped apart with all these articles by people saying that, you know, it's over, run away from it, it's not going good, and more than likely we're probably going to see another reverse split here very, very soon, and it's going to be a big one more than likely. Right now, today, that's why I'm talking about it. The company will do a vote to see if they are going to do a reverse split. More than likely that's where it's heading, because the stock is unable to keep itself above $1. And if you're going to be on the NASDAQ, then the stock itself needs to remain $1 for at least 10 consecutive trading days, and we're not getting that right now with this stock. Now, yes, it was $1 back in January, but the company's wanting to go ahead and reboot, rebrand, and this is something we see a lot with these kind of companies. And this isn't me making like a slasher video. I'm not trying to talk crud about the company and what's going on here whatsoever. I really am not. But this is one thing I'm talking about because a lot of people have asked me about it. I was gonna talk about it last month, and I was like, I don't like to talk about pharmaceutical companies, biological companies, anything like this that are making something. Because they can burn you. They can either make you really wealthy or they can really burn you. The fact that this company is in a situation right now where it's going into a reverse split, it doesn't mean it's over, lights out. But the company is working on its product and what it's trying to do, and I'm not even going to go into that. I'm just really giving out the news of what's happening here more than likely. Now, with that too, when we do see a company have a reverse split, more than likely, as soon as it happens, there's a run on it. There's a little, there's spark, there's life, people are excited, things are happening, and it looks good. And some people don't even know that there's been a reverse split, and they're just like, oh, what's this company that's doing well right now? And they're not looking into the history of what's going on. So more than likely, we could see a little bit of a run here when it does take a reverse split. But, going into like the end of the year where this company is going to be, I don't know if it's going to end high. Expectation would be that it could at least remain above $1 to finish out the year. More than likely, there's going to be some bumpy roads up ahead of us. And sadly, the stock is being thrown into the conversations of it's like the new Mullen, it's the new AMC, and it's just been fooling investors. And yes, there's a lot of, when the day traders and the sharks get their hands on something, and just short sellers in general, and I've kind of preached this from a long time now, going through the whole bull market of, the Trump era and all that, we saw new investors being bred and coming to the stock market, especially with Robinhood, Webull, all these different platforms that Joe Smo has in his pocket. We've seen trading become so active and so aggressive, and day trading and short trading has like really even changed. And when I even talk about short trading, I mean, we're talking like essentially minute by minute trading. That's why there's limits on a lot of this stuff. But with that too, we've seen a lot more vicious trading in the history of stocks lately that are just getting really used and abused. I mean, people are buying stocks at 30 cents, thousands and thousands of shares for, $300, $500, and then they're selling them at 35 cents and just making these small profits. But they're doing this constantly, and it adds up by Monday through a Friday with a bunch of different stocks. So I think Ttoo here. So I think Ttoo here is a perfect example of the history of that situation, what's going on here. Not to be dramatic, it's thundering in the background here, but that's really, I think, what is going on here. Now, what's going to happen here in the future, friends, I really don't know. Like I said, the companies like this, stocks like this, God knows, I don't want to say good or bad things about them, because I've seen some of these things really turn around, and I've seen some of these things really just not go anywhere. So I just want to speak on it. I've had tons of people ask me, and it's not something that I am putting money into. I have pretty much been ripped apart on these kind of stocks and these companies too much to where I'm just like, I don't want anything to do with it. But in retrospect too, the fun thing about holding these kind of companies, the fun thing about holding these kind of stocks is that the tables can turn really fast with just a little bit of good news, and you can see them run like crazy. So friends, that is my spew of what's going on here. More than likely, by the finishing out this week, we will see something about a reverse split. More than likely, it's going to happen. It's going to happen maybe this week, maybe next week. So friends, I wish you all the luck in the world with this one. Like I said, this is something I'm staying away from. If you're in it, let me know how it goes. But it's a little too dangerous for me, and I've got money wrapped up elsewhere where I really don't want to move it. Friends, I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.